So today we are going to talk about mom's guilt. So I don't know how many of you really knows about this, but this is real. When the baby is born, the minute baby is born, the guilt is born with that baby. Most of the times. So the mom does not realize that they are with that guilt. When the baby cries, we are with the guilt of maybe not having enough milk. Maybe I'm not able to feed. Maybe this, maybe that, because I'm putting her in the crib or she's sleeping next to me. She's not having enough sleep because of that, this, right? So no matter what you do, that guilt will keep you unhappy. So that's why you have to be very conscious, very, very, very conscious, whatever is the baby's age is. I'm talking about months baby right now, but even when they're 6-year-old, 8-year-old, even when the baby is teenager, or even after she gets married, the mom will have that guilt haunting her. And also the fears and the insecurities, all this comes from that guilt. A lot of insecurities and the fears. If we don't have fears, insecurities, and the guilt, as a mother, we can do much more better job. And also when the baby is crying for something, we get that mom guilt. Oh my God, she's crying. Oh, my poor baby. She, let me give her what she wants. So always you are ahead of the thing. You tell the baby, I am not going to give you this because of this. But once she started crying and asking, if she's on the floor or he's on the floor, then your mother love comes out of that. That guilt comes out of that. You're thinking it's a love, but that's a weakness. If we are not able to hold on to those words, what you said before, those comes under weakness. So where that weakness came, it comes from the guilt. So be aware of when you say you don't give it, and if you're giving, just to feel it. And also we all want our baby to be comfort, nurture, and happy, right? All the time. Some people say they're making money for their kids. Lot of Indian parents, I see, they make this statement. I don't understand why they need to make the money for their kids. Who made money for us? Did we not do it? How we came to this country? Without anything we came. Now we are providing almost a lot of stuff to our kids. They have the citizenship the minute they are born here, which we didn't have. We worked so hard to get that, right? When we came into this country. Now they have everything in front of them. But still we want to do more. Why we need to do that? Because of our guilt and our, fear, our insecurity. He is thinking that way. So if you leave them alone, can't they make the living? Can't they do what we did? Because we studied in not even sometimes in English, language. Many of us, we did not study in the English language, but still we came here and we did fine. Why not our kids? They're in the American system, they're in the American language. Why do we try to give everything and try to secure them even more and more? We do need to question this ourselves. When you question yourself, you can see a lot of things which we are doing. I don't want to use the word wrong, but we are doing, which comes from all these. Like I said, number one is the guilt. The other things follows through the guilt. From the guilt, they all came like a subdivisions. So, number one, guilt. From the guilt came as a subdivision, insecurity, fears, and also the love. Love is over like attachment. So all these are branches of that, right? So all these branches, what it is doing, it's a job, as we are not able to keep them and use the right words for our children. It does not matter what age you are in right now. Even 30-year-old daughter or son, they still, when they talk, they could manipulate with us. And the mom guilt says, okay, I'll give you, okay, I'll do that, okay. son, don't continue, I'll do that for you, right? Why we are doing that? Whatever they needed, we are providing. Sometimes some people that will bring the money somewhere and they provide. Why? They can't say no. It comes from the guilt, friends. So how do we remove the guilt? Until now, I have to talk about what is the guilt and how to recognize it that we have the guilt. Even we need to really remove the insecurities, everything we need to remove, right? Not just the guilt. How do we remove it? So when you're sitting in the meditation, first of all, see what all we are doing. Since the childhood, what are you did, which you think is not right. Okay, so you see one by one by one by one by one. All of them, you watch them. When you watch them, then you are slowly realize what all came out of that guilt. So those are all release it and go back on each thing you saw, change it. Go back to that situation in your meditation and change it each time. Change it. And presently, whatever is the age, whatever you're right now going through, you change those two. And then you see yourself when that situation comes next time, what you are going to do. And then call your daughter or son and talk to them that I did all those because of the mother guilt. Now I'm released that. I released completely. Now in the future, I'm going to do this as a mother. So you all will have this from me. And be strongly say that now you don't have the guilt. So now be conscious, friends. Everyone has to be conscious. Be conscious and also do not do anything which is not right, which does not make sense. So you have the love that has nothing to do with the love. Love is what is right we do as a mom. That is called love. Not something you do extra unnecessarily and you're making them spoil. We use the word spoil, right? Those are all comes under attachment and guilt. So attachment also comes from the guilt, like I said. So these are all guilt factors. So from now onwards, today onwards, you work on each and incident. You don't need to do all of them at once. You cannot do that. So just take 3 or 4 or maximum 5. Go back and change them and tell the kid this is what it is. That's it. This is what I'm doing as a mother. This is right for you. And be strong. Let her cry. Let her do in your meditation, in your imagination. But feel that the kid is okay after 2-3 times. Okay. So the kid is fine with it. Okay, mommy, and then he left. So practice that. Even present situation also practice that when you are like saying with love, this is what I can do. This is what I would do as a mother. And then the kid is okay. She's hugging you, kissing you. She's accepting that and saying okay to any age kid. It does not matter whether a girl or a boy. So continuously practice this at least 3 to 5 days because you have to go back in the past, right? I don't know how old is your kid. So if it is older kids, so you have to go back and reverse it. If the mom is giving hard time to anyone here, so if the kid went through a lot of stress, a lot of people are saying their childhood was not easy, was difficult. So go back to your childhood and change that. Every little thing, change it. That your mom pampered you or your siblings pampered you, or for example, your brother is hitting or mom is hitting, dad is hitting, everything reverse it. They are pampering you and they are liking you, they are keeping you extremely happy. So you reverse everything, friends. So make your childhood, isn't it? A beautiful, great, your beautiful memories. So everything reverse it and think of the best memories and tell your, the soul to keep them in the memory. Okay. The other things also reverse it. So there is no such thing of stress in your life anymore. So you tell everyone, I'm extremely happy in my life. Everything happens the way I want. Right? So, because how it happens, everything the way you want? It happens the way you want because you are changing it. The present tense and the past also you changed it. So there is no such thing as bad thing. Right? You have everything is a good thing. Okay. So friends, if you have any questions, we get even more and more subject when you have questions. Let's ask for a question. Raise your hand. Yes, wait, Master.
Namaste, Master.
Yeah.
If the kids cries for a small things also, what does it mean? They have the blockages or they have any fear like that?
Can you tell me what is the small thing? Example?
When two kids are playing or what, some fighting between them, if he has no no involvement in that, he has no mistake. If someone complained on him, he will directly cry. He will not what happened, and if he asks what happened also, he will directly cry. He do like that. He only beaten me. I didn't do anything. Like that he will.
Okay, you need to work on that kid. I'll tell you the homework what to do. When he's going to play with that kid, before he goes, you talk to the kid. You talk to that boy, whoever is crying. Before you tell that kid, are you sure you want to play? If you want to play, then you have to follow certain rules. How old is the boy?
5.5 years.
5.5 is an older boy. So, okay. So you tell the boy that you have to face, you have to have certain rules. You have to follow them. If you don't want to follow, do not play with that girl. Then he will say, no, I'll follow, I'll do whatever you want. Then tell that boy, you are not crying when something happens. You only do verbal communication. So if you don't do verbal communication, if you cry, then from today onwards, after this minute, you are not playing with her. You play by yourself, whatever it is. So if you want to play with other people, you have to communicate. You don't cry. The minute you cry, I separate you. You need to play by yourself. So you put it on the paper, those words, and ask him to say sign, whatever his way. And then you do the witness sign. Say that you wrote a contract that you're not going to cry from today onwards. If you cry and do not communicate, you can tell me anything you wanted. I will see if I can give, but don't promise him I'll give you anything you communicate. No. You tell him if it is reasonably correct what you ask, I will communicate with the other girl, or you communicate with the other girl and ask for it. She'll give you. If she does not give, you need to communicate and make that happen in a nicer way, in a happier way, in a loving way. If you ask with the patience in a loving way, that girl will give you whatever you want. But if you cry, shout, no one will give you what you want. You will never get in your life. That's not how we live our life in our house. These are our house rules. So you tell that 2 to 3 days every day and make him sign that paper and then come back to me and ask me that question again. He will never do that again.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, but you need to have patience. You have to talk. You need to communicate. If you don't communicate and you expect your son to communicate, they won't do that.
Yes.
Okay? Okay. That was very nice, Master.
Thank you so much, Master.
Yeah, Kirti.
Master, my son is 1.5 year old, Master. So I try to tell him say no like that, but my husband says we should shout at him. We should let him know what is fear. He should learn to be scared of when we shout at him. Only then he will listen and grow the
No,
right way.
first of all, First of all, when you say no, no itself, I don't allow. I don't tell, don't say no.
Okay.
Definitely
We
the
should
second,
not.
third one is completely no. When you feel the fears in them, see, we are already suffering with the fears in our life. We are fearful to ask for a job. We are fearful to talk to other people. We are fearful in our own job that we might lose it, right? The fears is the
Yes.
one you can go further in life. So if you teach him the pure soul, if you teach him fear, then where he will go? If the parents itself is teaching fear, if the parents are Ravanas, where he would go, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So don't even say no to him. Just whatever he does wrong, you explain him. Does not matter if he's a month baby or 1 year old, 2 year old, 5 year old. They are the souls. They can understand. The soul is most of the time outside anyway. So they can easily understand what you're talking. So you explain him what is good, what is bad. Don't even tell him, don't do that, this. Just
Okay. So
explain what is good,
so
what
if
is
we
bad.
say bad job like that, he nowadays he does that wrong thing. For example, he throws something. I say that's a bad job. No. So
No,
then
don't. No, listen to me. When he
okay.
throws something, you go sit with him and say, "Oh, this spoon got hurt, baby. It is so painful. Say sorry to the spoon and pamper him." So let him feel that. When he throws something, it will hurt. So there is something called pain to other people. So you should not give
Okay.
pain to others, and that
Okay.
will break, right? So you teach that. Don't teach about don't do it. Who cares when you say don't do it? I would do it next day, but I would not do it if I feel the pain for other people. That's what you need to teach. That's what the human is. If you can
Okay.
teach and raise that way, he'll be raised a beautiful soul master, beautiful human master. So you
Master,
teach
but if
that
my
way.
husband is shouting, I'm not able to stop that because he doesn't believe in all these concepts. He just thinks that only by putting fear we should raise him up. So I want,
Did his parents made him fearful when he was
yes,
young?
yes,
So
a
what
lot,
helped
Master.
did that help him?
No. Yeah,
Then
he thinks that's why he studied well and that's why now he's here in US doing job. That's what he thinks. That
so
instilling fear has brought him
of
culture.
does he has a fear of losing job? Does he has a fear of like
Yes,
other?
he has fear of heights, he has fear of criticism, everything.
Then why don't you question him? So those
Okay,
fears where they came from, question him. Don't say that this is right, that is wrong. Just question him.
okay, okay,
Question him, what fears you have in you. Okay, are they helping you? Which way they are helping you? You have a fear of height, right? So which way that is
yes,
helping him?
okay,
He has a fear of
yes,
losing job. So which way that is helping him? So ask him questions. If you want, I can talk to him. No issue.
sure, sure, Master. Yes,
Yeah, even if he's like jumping on the sofa, for example, you can say how those springs will loosen, and when mommy sits or use it, we get the back pain. So when my back hurts, I can't carry you. Mama's back will hurt, baby. And then you ask them to kiss on your back. So teach the feelings of hurt for other people. Especially it starts from mommy. Okay?
okay, yes,
That's how
Master.
you teach.
Sure,
You would never jump again. If you say don't jump, that's wrong. Who cares? I would jump again. What do you mean by
okay,
no wrong? I will do it again and again because you're saying no.
okay, yes, Master.
Yeah, there is no meaning to no. Don't say use
Yes,
word no. Okay? You
okay,
tell the reason why you're saying what you're saying, but don't say no again. Don't
okay,
jump because mom's back will pain. No, don't say that. Say that when someone jumps on the sofa, the springs will loosen. When they loosen, whoever sits on this, especially mommy sits on this, she'll get the back pain. That's all you need to tell. Don't say again no, this and that. Do you when you jump? Don't use those words. Don't make him guilty.
okay, okay, yes,
Yeah,
Master. Understood.
you
Thank you,
understand, right?
Master.
Makes
Yes,
sense,
I
right?
understood. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Good.
Thank you,
At least
Master.
you put those efforts and you do on your side the way you want to raise. Okay. He's your
Yes,
baby.
Master,
You
definitely.
raise the way you want to raise, okay? And then you
Yes.
slowly make him realize asking questions. Never ever put them in a corner. Never ever say what they did is wrong. Your parents did wrong. No one will accept that. So just ask him how it helped you, you know. But don't ask a direct question. Ask the examples, like you have fear of this, how that helped you in your growth, like that.
Sure. Yes, Master. Thank you, Master.
Thank you. Anyone has Asha Master? Anyone has any questions on this? Yeah, Asha Master. Today's topic is a beautiful topic. Actually, every woman will suffer with this guilt. Asha Master, can you? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Master, I wanted to ask you, where is this coming from, the mom guilt? What is
Now,
the origination? I just wanted to understand more in depth because I
yeah,
didn't know. This is the first time I heard. Yeah,
actually, I
so
was expecting this question from you. When you started, I knew that is a question is going to come from you because you always go in depth. You want the root cause. So the root cause is what happens during the delivery. Your second chakra, which is a Devi chakra, so Swadhisthana chakra, will activate. Sometimes it will overactivate because the baby is coming out of that. So when that activation, they get aggressive and also the guilt raises. Those are comes from the first and second chakra aggressively opening suddenly because when the baby birth, during the baby birth. So in those two chakras opening, one guilt comes and also they become like a Kalika Mata, very aggressive. That's why during that time, and that's why they say first 6 months to stay in the mom's house, not with the in-laws, not with the husband, because at that time, you know, we will be mentally very disturbed. So that's another reason why we see all this, you know, the postpartum depression. That is also part of it. The postpartum depression means the first and the second chakras are over. Suddenly they are opened, so they are kind of, it's called neither overactive nor not active. Like they were suddenly plumbed up. So that was the reason we will have these issues as a woman. So after 6 months, slowly they close down. But even though they close, the guilt factor stays in us because they are came from our umbilical cord, right? They are part of us, the kid is. So even though they are different soul, we are different soul because they stayed with us for 9 months, came as a part of us. So when they came out, for every little thing, we think because it came from us, so we think everything is our fault. So that's a nature kind of it. It's naturally happens that unless you are conscious, that will continue. Most of the mothers has that. Just like, you know, a mother feels when the kid is getting married, especially the boy, she feels that I lose that boy because someone is taking that boy and he from tomorrow onwards he's no longer my son, he is so and so husband. So she feels that insecurity. That is also normal and natural, but some people, they are aware of it. In that awareness, you don't, that won't disturb you, that won't make your personality change. Same thing, if you're aware on the mom's guilt, it will not change your personality, neither you affect to it. So all my niece and nephews, when they were pregnant, I told every single person, be careful on this mom guilt. If you focus, if you are aware of this, you can do better job with the child. So all my nieces told me, yes, really that made huge difference in my life, in especially the way I'm growing my child, because I don't have that mom's guilty now. So, you know, that if you're aware of that, easily you can par out of that. Even when the kids are crying, mom gives, she knows that it is wrong giving her whatever it is. But that's a guilt factor, it gives her that candy or whatever it is, you know. You got the answer, Master?
Yeah, thank you. One more question I have, Master. The thing is, why does mom feel that they have to control the kids? most of the Indian parenting, they want to control the kids. Is it coming from the mom's childhood of not being able to get the freedom what she wants, and now she wants to impose everything on the kids? Does she feel, she has to bear this child with all the difficulties, so she wants the child? Where is that coming from? Why would the mom sometimes be really mean to the child, or is it coming from her own mental illness, or what do you think it is?
I mean, more
In
than
your
the
observation, if you have observed, where a
yeah,
mother
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
controls
No,
and is
I
very
exactly.
possessive of the child,
I know the
even
answer.
talking to other. Yeah, okay. Thank you,
Yeah, I
Master.
know the answer. Yeah. So, see, anybody in our life, if one person is weaker than us, we want to impose our, even sometimes husband on wife or wife on husband, whoever is weaker side, right? Whoever is calmer side and weaker accepts the other person, rules this person. And the children are younger, small, they want to rule them. That's a natural thing people do. So they try to impose and rule on them because they are younger. And whoever is dominant, and the mother is taking care of the kid, so mother try to dominate. If not mother, the father wants to be dominant. And some people, like other lady said just now, they think if they are not shouting at them or anger at them, they don't listen. So 90% of the moms shout at them because they think they don't listen. But why they need to listen? Because they think they are the right, they know better than the child. So they have the right things. So what they are telling them to do is the right way to do. So everybody believes what they're doing is the right way. There is no other way. So in that right way, and they believe they are right, they believe they are doing right thing. So they impose on the kid to do it. Sometimes kid is more higher level. Always kid is, next generation is higher level than the before, but we don't accept that. Even now, if you go back and see the parent generation, they don't want to accept the child. Something we go and tell them what to do. Not every parents, but some of the parents, they don't want to accept. Oh, we have this prob, egg came and told the hen, kind of. So when you go and tell, that's what they say. Oh, now you're come and telling, I'm more experienced. They feel they're more experienced. They know better than us. But nowadays, because of the technology or whatever, we have no choice than accepting younger generation are smarter than us, faster than us. But at that time, we have only wisdom, whatever the parents was telling us, that's the only wisdom we had. None other than that wisdom, either parents, friends, or, we used to say when I was growing, oh, that thing she knows, but she didn't tell me, even though I asked. Without telling, you don't know how to do it unless you use your own brain. So lot of stuff people don't tell. They used to keep it secret. So all these things, where it comes from, that's the authority of managing other person. So it's an occupy, and also, just like, how you go and occupy other countries kind of stuff. This is nothing but showing authority and also having that control over the person. Yeah. Some of them, they did had that experience in childhood, but they don't want to repeat. Some parents, they don't want to repeat what they had as an experience. Some parents, they want to repeat the same thing what they went through. I don't know, that's a psychology issue. Even some parents, if they're alcoholic, one kid becomes alcoholic, one kid does not touch the alcohol. So again, it's their own mental status, what they grab and what they don't, and how they understand as a childhood. Again, the soul sthiti of that particular soul. So we cannot tell anything that comes from that. It is all about the controlling. That controlling issue is there in the human. I think we have, since the birth, whoever is weaker, we want to be. Even the kid is weaker. Like even at this age, if I'm weaker, everybody, whether it is siblings or parents, everybody wants to attack this, particularly who is weaker. Now you understand, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. Okay.
So that is there.
Okay,
People who
Master.
are rich and weak, everybody wants their money. People who are strong and rich, everybody listens to them. It's the same thing. If you say, oh, he's rich, that's why everyone is listening. But someone who is rich and weak, everybody wants their money.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Now you got the answer.
Yeah. Thank you, Master. You have really beautiful answers, Masters. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
I'm glad that you convinced, because everybody will have their own opinions on things, but you're convinced. I'm happy. You guys all are convinced.
Yeah, because ultimately it will come to the soul's destination and soul's whatever soul has inherited. Yeah, whatever soul is bringing into this world. So that's what it is encompasses, right? Yeah. Thank you so much.
Ultimately comes to that, but the parents doing that, of course, that's our part of it, karma, but part of it, their nature, part of it, control.
Yeah, thank you, Master. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, friends, looks like anyone has anything. The last question. We spoke about a beautiful mother guilt, friends. Today's topic was really helpful topic. So send everyone this topic, to all the moms. It's very important. Even when the kids are grown, also with the mother guilt, they do some things which they are not supposed to do. Whether it is even the assets, when they are giving the assets or anything that comes again from the guilt. So please help other moms, okay? Okay, friends, see you tomorrow again, the same time. On the tomorrow again, same time, okay? With the Karma Paka Prakriya, and then meditation, and then the wisdom. Thank you. Bye.